It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 dig, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
We lost our mediator. Who's next?
David Caravello, NASCAR.com. Jeff, back on the mulligan subject for 1 second. When Greg was in here before you, he said, let's make it fair from everybody and get Talladega out of the chase, and everybody gets a mulligan. Is there any agreement on that subject at all?
I'm not sure I quite understood the Talladega mulligan concept. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. I just didn't understand.
Get that race out of the chase so it's fair for everybody, because that's the one unknown that anybody can get caught up in anything. That was Greg's thinking, at least.
I don't buy that theory. I mean, it is without a doubt the most volatile race in the chase. But so what? Some of it is luck. There's no question about it. Some of Talladega has nothing to do with skill and a great deal to do with luck. There's no getting around that. But it is what it is, and there's some. I understand how you could have that feeling, but it is the same for everybody.
We'll finish up with Bruce.
Is your big fear that there may be a knee-jerk reaction to changing the chase? Because it seems like they've made a change with this thing like every year, every 2 years since they implemented it. First it was 10 drivers, and they went to 12. Then they added the bonus points and things of that nature. Are you concerned now that, people may just do a knee-jerk reaction to make a change just for the sake of change?
I'm not concerned that that's going to happen. But I do understand that there is a huge push for that to happen. I just think if Jimmy Johnson goes on to win this championship, the call that the media was making was to reward the people that are winning races and doing the best. And the argument was that the old point system didn't do that. Well, who could stand up and say that if the 48 goes on and wins the championship, that the best team didn't win the championship? Who could stand up and make that argument? There's no one in here that could make that argument. I understand there's some probably people that wear the 88 hat that would make that argument. But the reality of it is, if the 48 car wins this championship, it's because they did it better than everybody else. Now, if we want to make a championship so that every single year you have a point battle, that means that the last race of the year is going to be a knockdown drag out. The only way to do that is to eliminate teams. So when you go the same way you do the Super Bowl, the same way you do other things, there's two teams that are the same amount of points going into the last race of the year. That's the only way to do it. I think that's not the right thing to do. But the only reason that every year there's a Super Bowl, that that one game means everything, that the NCAA tournament, that one game means everything, is to have two teams, same amount of points, playing for the last game. That's not, to me, how we judge a champion here. And we can't, the media, the drivers, the car owners, sponsors, we can't, every time something doesn't work for us, turn around and say, well, the system's wrong. This system rewards winning, which is what all you guys wanted. All you guys said winning doesn't mean as much as it should. Well, you got it. It rewards winning. It rewards running in the front. It rewards leading laps. It does everything that you guys all thought was really cool. When somebody does it better than everybody else, don't talk about how the point system messed up. Talk about how good they're doing. That's what the focus ought to be. That's my opinion. I think if they make whatever the rules are, the people that do the best job at it, that's the deserving champion. And this whole thing about the point thing being wrong is ridiculous. It rewards winning, it rewards finishing third over sixth. It does all those things. But guess what? When somebody does it better than everybody else, it's going to not be as exciting as it could be. if we did something like the NCAA tournament. I personally don't think that we want to do a system like that, because I think that our system rewards consistency. We've narrowed that up to a 10-race section rather than 38, 36. Listen, man, if they go on to win this thing, they've done it better than everybody else. That's the end of the story. And that's what the story ought to be.
Thank you, Jeff.